so good to have you in the first edition of Bhārata Uvāca. You're speaking on civilizational roots integral to the concept of nationhood. Wanted to get your thoughts on an event like this and its criticality in the shaping of Bharat's future.
I think, first of all, thank you for having me. I don't know if I really fit into the panel of speakers, but you fit me there, so I'll try and do justice. So that's my endeavor. The other thing is, I think this is the need of the hour. More importantly, when people have two different pictures in their head when they say India and when they say Bharat, and they have different interpretation for Article 1 of our Constitution, which says India, that is Bharat. Yes, Bharat. So, an India which finds its roots in Bharat, or a Bharat that finds itself becoming an India. So there is a big argument there, and that requires a lot of critical thinking. So unless you go back and you really understand what the essence of this word Bharata is, till then you will not speak. And unless you don't speak, then Bharata will not speak. So Bhārata Uvāca is very important from all points of view, and I think the best time to have it.
Thank you. So the idea of civilization, how do you see itself strengthening the belongingness of people to the country?
First, one has to see it's a long drawn journey back to the roots, because it's over 600 years of uprooting which has been happening. Those who try to destroy our civilization via sword realized they couldn't do it via the sword. Then they decided that let's do it via thought. And they decided let's do it by, how would I say, gleaning off or weaning off these generations from our own core, that is knowledge systems. And that's what's been happening. So you see, what's the process of 600 years? You cannot set it right in 6 years or 60 years.
It's a long battle.
It's a long battle. So these are just very, very small baby steps towards what is a long and arduous journey. But one great thing about our people and us as a civilization is that we are the oldest living civilization, and there is still a consciousness. So the moment the consciousness awakes, the time that you take to put a baby to sleep and the time that the baby takes to awake, there's a big difference, right? So you've taken so much time to put the baby to sleep, it's only going to take an instant for the baby to awake. So that's what we can hope for.
Okay, sure. And given you work in the media, there is a huge responsibility, I would say, that media carries in terms of the narratives that are built. So in terms of the work that we need to do for the youth to awaken to Bharata being a civilization, how do you see yourself fitting in?
I don't think it comes from the media. The media will set narratives, yes. My point of view is that the media needs to set a narrative of Bharat's perspective to the world and how Bharat looks at things. What is the Bharat way of thinking? That's where I think media will play a role and must play a role. Largely, those who are occupying the space within my fraternity, with lots of respect to them, they do not really come from that point of view. They come from a different point of view because that's how they've been conditioned to think and believe. The moment they realize that I do not need to carry the narrative, the story of someone else, but I need to look within and say, this is what I need to talk about. The other thing is that it's also 600 years of conditioned self-loathing. So that is also there within the media.
To shed
the
that.
First thing we do is to loathe, to look at what is wrong. We need to start focusing on what is right. But the other thing is that the media is also a product of society. So it's not the media that's conditioning society, the society that's conditioning the media to behave in a certain manner. So for me, it's our knowledge systems, it's our education system, it's our family systems that have to trigger this revival, which will eventually find its way into media. So it's a give and go like that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.